Okay, hello guys. So this is the video from section 2.3. Section 2.3, it's about the slope of a straight line and different forms of writing equation of a straight line. Okay. So first, let's just talk about the slope. So definition of the slope. The slope of non-vertical line passing through the distinct points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given by the equation. Rise over run. Rise represents change in y. Run represents change in x. So change in y, we're going to subtract the y coordinates of the given point. That's why you see y2 minus y1. Change in x, we're going to subtract the x coordinates of the given point. And we have x2 minus x1. So slope represents the steepness of the straight line. Here there are two given points. To find the steepness from this point to this point, we're using change of y, which is rise, over change of x, which is run. So first we'll talk about the first example, when we have to find the slope of the line passing through two given points. Okay. So let's rewrite the slope formula. It's equal y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. I'm going to label the coordinates of the first point as x1, y1. Coordinates of the second point as x2, comma y2. And we're going to substitute the values. So slope, it's equal y2, which is negative 5, minus y1, which is 3, divided by x2, which is 2, minus x1, negative 2. And now we're going to add. So we have slope equal negative 5 minus 3, it's negative 8. And 2 minus negative 2 means 2 plus 2. So we're having negative 8 divided by 4, slope is equal to negative 2. So the next example, very similar example, we're going to find the slope between two given points. So the same type of problem, label the first point as x1, comma y1, and second point as x2, comma y2. And then you're going to substitute those values into the slope formula. So slope will be equal y2, 1, minus y1, negative 4, divided by x2, negative 5, minus x1, 6. So that will give us 1 plus 4 over negative 5 minus 6. That means negative 11. And we're getting 5 divided by negative 11, which we're going to rewrite as negative 5 over 11. So this is the slope, negative 5 over 11. So next part of section 2.2 is about sketch the line with the slope 2 over 3 that passes through the given point negative 1 and negative 4. Okay? And also find 3 more points located on the line. So this is given point, negative 1, comma negative 4. It's a given point. So you're going to use a given point to find 3 more. So we're going to apply the slope. We know the slope, it's equal 2 over 3. The meaning of the slope is rise over run. Rise represents change in y. Run represents change in x. So to find more points, my rise, it's equal to rise is equal to, and that rise represents change in y. So rise is equal to, so this is y coordinate. Rise is equal to, so to get the y coordinate of the next point, we have -4 plus 2, and that will give us -2. Okay. Now run is equal 3. That's a change in x. So this is the x coordinate of the given point. We know run is equal 3. So to get the x coordinate of the next point, we have -1 plus 3, and that will give us 2. And I continue. I need to find 2 more points. So the same thing, rise, it's 2, run is 3. So to find the next point, run it's 3, so we have 2 plus 3, which will give us 5. Rise it's 2, so we have -2 plus 2, that will give us 0. And this again, one more time, rise it's equal to, run it's equal 3. So to find an additional point, we have 5 plus 3, which is 8. 0 plus 2 will give us 2. Okay, and here we have the points on the graph. We start with the point -1, comma -4, then rise over run, 2 units up, 3 to the right, we got the point 2, comma -2. Then rise over run, 2 units up, 3 to the right, we got point 5, comma 0, 2 units up, 3 to the right, we got point 8, comma 2. Okay, so we're using the slope information to find additional points. Next objective, find the equation of the line using the point-slope form. So definition of the point-slope form and the equation of the line, you guys need to know that. So y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. So this is the point-slope form, equation of a straight line. So why they saying point-slope form? Because the point is given, so we know the x1 and y1, this is given, and also the slope will be given. So the only variables which we will have in this problem will be y and x. Everything else, m, x1, and y1 will be given. So this is point-slope form, and let's just practice. Let's do example 3. Find the equation of the line using the point-slope form. Okay. So we know slope and we know point. That means we have that x1 and y1. So first I'm going to write the point-slope form. Y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. And we're going to do the substitution. We're going to replace m with 2 over 3. And we're going to replace x1 with -1. And we're going to replace y1 with -4. So we're going to do the substitution. So the only variables which we need to have it's x and y, because don't forget that that point slope still represents the straight line. Okay, so we have y minus y1 equal m, which is 2 over 3, times x minus x1. So we're going to substitute no values, and then we're going to simplify. So 2 negatives will give you plus. So we have y plus 4 equal 2/3. And 2 negatives will give you plus x plus 1. And that's how you're going to leave the answer. This is point-slope form. So don't distribute that 2/3. They want you to leave the solution in the point-slope form. Okay. Next, the other way, different way of writing the equation of a straight line is the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, it's y equal mx plus b. So y equal mx plus b. This is slope-intercept form, the equation of a straight line. And why we call slope-intercept form? Because we know slope, we know m, and b represents the y-intercept. Okay? So slope-intercept form, we know slope and we know y-intercept. So again, m represents slope, b is the y-intercept, which means point on the graph with coordinate 0, b. Okay. So let's work with the slope-intercept form. This is example 4. We have to find the equation of the line using slope-intercept form. And here we have a given information. We know slope and we know y-intercept. Okay. So first, I'm going to write the slope-intercept formula. Y is equal mx plus b. We know slope, which means we know m, and we know y-intercept, that means b is equal 3. So we're going to substitute. We have y equal slope, it's 1 over 4, y-intercept, it's 3. And we have equation in the slope-intercept form. And to graph it, it's missing x. So to graph it, again, you have 3 as a y-intercept, which means 0, 3, it's the y-intercept. Slope, it's equal 1 over 4, which means rise over run. So to find additional point from the y-intercept, you can go up 1 unit and 4 units right. So 1 rise is 1, 4 units to the right, and you have additional point. Rise is 1 and 4 units to the right, and that will give you that point. So you can use the graph to find more points, or you can do what we did before. We know 0, 3, which is the y-intercept, and rise, slope, it's 1 over 4, which is rise over run. Rise is change in y. So change in y, rise, it's equal 1. Run is change in x. So I will put it that way, change in y over change in x. The triangle represents change. So that means run, it's equal 4. So to find next point, 0 plus 4 will give you 4. 3 plus 1 will give you 4. So point 4, 4. 4, 4, like you see, we have that point. And then you can do the same thing. Run is 4. So 4 plus 4, 8. Rise, which is change in y, it's equal 1. So 4 plus 1, it's 5. So next point, it's 8, 5. And you have 3 points which you can connect it and you will get the straight line. So we already learned point slope form, slope intercept form. Another way to write the equation of a straight line, it's the standard form. Okay, so standard form, it's the equation ax plus by equals c. Okay, a, b, c, they are just real numbers such that a and b, they both cannot be equal 0 at the same time. So this is the standard form of a straight line. That means variables x and y, the terms x and y, we keep it on the left side, and the constant, we keeping on the right side. So example 5, it's about the standard form. Write the equation of the line in the standard form. So let's start working with this example. Find the equation of the line passing through the point. So this is solution. So given we have 2 points. We have point -1, 3 and 2, -4. And we need to write the equation in a point-slope form, slope-intercept form, and standard form, all of them. So first, I'm going to write the equation in a point-slope form. So first, point-slope form. So point-slope form, it's y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. So we need to figure out what is the slope. So find slope using the formula that m is equal y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So in our case, x1, y1 coordinates of the first point, x2, y2 coordinates of the second point. So let's find that slope. We have -4 minus 3 divided by 2 minus -1. So we're looking for the slope, and the slope will be equal -7/3. Okay, so we have a slope. So now the point slope form will be equal y minus y1, which is 3, equal slope m, which is -7/3, times x minus x1, and x1, it's -1. Let's simplify. So we have y minus 3 equal -7/3 times x plus 1. So this is point slope form. We have it. Okay. So this is the answer. We have it. So next, what they wanted in this problem, after point slope form, they want you to rewrite the equation in a slope intercept form. So to get slope intercept form, which means y equal mx plus b, use the point slope form equation and solve this equation for y. Okay, so this is point slope form. I'm going to use this equation and solve for y. So we have y before I will do anything, since I have a fraction, what you can always do, you can multiply both sides. You know what, let's just work with fractions, that's fine. We could multiply both sides of the equation by 3 to avoid having fraction, but let me just work with fraction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So we have y equal -7/3 times x plus 1 plus 3. And now I'm going to distribute -7/3. So we have y equal -7/3x minus 7/3 plus 3. And we just need to combine like terms. So -7/3 plus 3, which is the same as 3/1. I need to create common denominator, which will be 3. So we'll multiply top and bottom of 3 over 1 by 3. So that will give me 3. That will give me 9 over 3. So 9 over 3 is still 3, but now we have common denominator. So we have 9 minus 7, which is 2 over 3. So y equal negative 7 over 3x plus 2 over 3 is the slope-intercept form. And the last part, they want you to rewrite this equation in standard form. So next, to get standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, use the slope-intercept form and move x and y terms to the left side of the equation. Okay, so slope-intercept form is y equal negative 7 over 3x plus 2 over 3. So to get general form, I need to move x and y's to the left side of the equation. So I will add 7 over 3 to both sides, 7 over 3x, and that will be 7 over 3x plus y, it's equal 2 over 3. So this is already general form, but for general form, we prefer that the coefficients are integers. So what you can always do, you can multiply both sides by 3. Which means I'm going to multiply the left side of the equation by 3 and the right side of this equation by 3. So that will give us 3 times 7 over 3x plus 3y. It's equal to 2 times 3 over 3. Simplify, and we're getting 7x plus 3y. It's equal to. So this is the standard form. Okay. So just going back, I just want to explain it that 7 3 over x plus y equal 2 over 3 was also standard form, but we prefer that the coefficients of x and y are the integers. That's why we multiply both sides of the equation by 3. So the next part, what they teach in section 2.4, they teaching you how to use the standard form ax plus by equals c to quickly get the slope. So the slope, to calculate the slope from the standard form, you're using the formula negative a over b. And the y-intercept, to get the y-intercepts from the standard form, it's c over b. I will be honest, I never use those formulas because if I need to get the slope and the y-intercept from the standard form, I just solve the given equation for y. It's me. I don't like to memorize too many things, but you guys more than welcome. You can use that formula. So to get the slope from the standard form, this is just divide coefficient a by coefficient b. Just make sure that you have negative sign in front of it. And to get the y-intercepts, divide coefficient c by b. Okay. So next example. Find the slope and the y-intercepts and sketch the line. So we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. Okay. This is A, this is B, this is C, because we have a standard form. A, it's equal 3, B, it's equal -2, C, it's equal 6. So you guys can use that formula that the slope is equal right here from the standard form -A over B. And in our case will be negative. A, it's 3, B, it's -2, and that will give you +3 over 2. Okay, so that will be the slope. Now, y-intercept. The formula for y-intercepts, it's C over B, which is 6 divided by -2, and we're getting -3. And now we can graph it. The y-intercept, it's -3. The slope, it's 3 over 2. So rise over run. So we're going 3 units up, 2 to the right, and you have the next point 2, 0. Okay. Or you can use the given point 0, -3. Rise is 3. Run, it's 2. So 0 plus 2, it's 2. -3 plus 3 will give us 0. That's how they got point 2, 0. And we can do it again. Rise, it's 3. So 0 plus 3, we're getting 3. Run, it's 2. So 2 plus 2, we're getting 4. 4, 3. So this is the point 4, 3. So this is how you can find, I show you how to apply those formula to find the slope and the y-intercepts from the standard form. Okay. So the next objective, example 7. In example 7, sketch the line and by plugging intercepts. Okay. So this is the equation of a straight line in a standard form. Okay. So we need to find intercepts. So first, let's find the x-intercept. So to find x-intercept, set y equals 0 and solve for x. To solve for x. So x-intercepts, we're going to substitute y with 0. So we have 2x minus 5 times 0 equal 8. We're getting 2x equal 8. X will be equal 4. So we have x-intercept, x equal 4. So x-intercepts, it's a point on the graph where the straight line intersect the x-axis. So 4, 0. Always the y-coordinate of x-intercepts is equal 0. So now we're going to find y-intercept. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to set x equals 0 to solve for y. So we're going back to the equation. We're making x equals 0. And we're going to solve the equation for y. So we have -5y equal 8. Divide both sides by -5. And we're getting y equal -8 over 5. So this is the y-intercept, -8 over 5, which technically it's the point 0, -8 over 5. So y-intercept, like you see, always x coordinates equals 0. And this is the y-intercept. -8/5. This is the same as -1 3/5, so a little less than -2. So when you have x and y-intercept, you can just connect those 2 points with a straight line, because to graph the straight line, we only need 2 points. The last part of section 2.4 is finding the equation of horizontal and vertical line. So let's start with the definition. Equation of horizontal line is the equation y equal b, where point 0 comma b, it's the y-intercept. So horizontal line goes through all the points which have the same y coordinate, which is b. Any point on this horizontal line has the same y coordinate, which is b. Now, vertical line, that's the one which goes up and down. The equation of vertical line is x equal a, where the point a comma 0 is the x-intercept. So any point on the vertical line right here has the same x coordinate. So every single point right here will have the same x coordinate. Okay. And we'll do one example. Find the equation of horizontal and vertical line. So part A, find the equation of horizontal line passing through the point -1 comma 3. So part A, we have to write the equation of horizontal line. So horizontal line, the formula it's y equal b, okay, where b it's the y-intercept. So when they give you the point with coordinates -1, which represents x, and 3, which represents y, so our horizontal line will be y equal to the y coordinate of the given point. So the y coordinate of the given point, it's 3, y equal 3. So this is our equation of horizontal line. We know that the y-intercept will be the point 0 comma 3. So this is the point 0 comma 3 y-intercept, and any horizontal line, that's the one which goes from left to right. So every single point on this horizontal line has the same y coordinate. That's why the horizontal line has the equation y equal 3, which means y coordinate of the given point. So now vertical line, that's the equation x equal a, okay? So a will represent the x coordinate of the given point. So our vertical line will be x equal -1. So again, they gave you that point -1 comma 3. So vertical line is the vertical line which will go through that point. And like you see, every single point on the vertical line has x coordinate equal -1. Okay. So that's it from section 2.4. Hopefully the video helped. And of course, I will share the notes with you guys on Canvas. Thank you for watching.